They said nothing. So I was friends with two of the aunties and their older sister. She was always yapping the keyboard killer. Anybody that had the same last name as us, and then the cousin that shot her, killed their nephew, don't even have the same last name as us. But it's the reputation that we originally have in this town for being the silverback gorillas that we are, right? That they come against. So, she keyboard killing us. She been keyboard killing us since 2017. She ain't never directly came for me until, she tried it. So, what I do, I sit down and I invite her to the ring. And I still extend that invitation. I said, if you're not going to put them gloves on and get in that ring so I can, handle you professionally, then close your mouth. See, because what they failed to tell the courts, the newspaper, and everybody else that would listen to them, because now they got a little audience. They got somebody, oh, poor y'all. They failed to tell the whole truth about their nephew, how he lived by it, he died by it. Yet, they got on court and on TV and in court and everywhere else and said, oh, he was a petty drug dealer. We knew his lifestyle would catch up with him one day. Lies from the pits of hell. Right? So, I want to get everybody in the ring now. I done turn back into that silverback gorilla. I can only fight people professionally, right? So, now mind y'all, the first triple homicide that happened in this town was due to their uncle shooting his 22-year-old baby mama that he was way too old to be messing with, and their 11-month-old child and her mama. That was the first triple homicide that I had been a part of. We stayed right next door, and plus our families grew up together. We was neighbors growing up. So that was their family member. And this boy, when I talked to the AT on the phone, because I keep telling him, if he did shoot the Moores didn't do it. Because if the Moores had did it, we'd have looked dude in his face right before he died. So he would die before a bigger problem. We ain't shot nobody in the back. That's cowardly, So, but they got to come for the Moores because the Moores got the reputation to being the undefeated silverback gorilla. So everybody going to come for us regardless, right? And listen, don't come for me because this ain't never what you want, right? So she on there yapping because I said, anybody can come on because this is a positive movement for me, right? Anybody can come on and respectfully tell how they really felt. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, when you talk about situations, for me, it's healing. And when I'm talking about a situation versus what a negative, ignorant male told me, if you speak about it, it bothers you. No, when it has me, I ain't going to speak on it. You ain't going to know. You ain't going to know that nothing bothered me. When I'm releasing it, I'm going to speak on it, okay? Because it's going. It's gone. I'm over it. It ain't finna have no more strings attached to me. So I'm not like everybody else. I truly think 100% independently, right? So she get the yapping and don't come on here trying to come over here with us because you got into it with your family. But I got into it with my own family about my own last name, right? So obviously she ain't been doing her homework. She's just a negative, ignorant person. And one thing I have learned is you could be positive as you want to be. And if you got a bunch of negative people around you, you ain't going to get nowhere. So I won't rock with negativity if it's my family or yours. I have no room for it in my life. You can't heal like that. For number one, the first step to healing is forgiving, right? So she yapping, keyboard killing, but she got the right one. Because, see, this is what I told her. You get on there, you put the gloves on and shut up, don't come for my family no more. Because, see, you've been all over this internet because you had your little 2 seconds of fame. And then you've been all over this internet down talking to us like this sucker was innocent. Tell the truth. He lived by it, he died by it. That's the whole truth, right? They never once told how their nephew shot my cousin several times. And he almost died, but by the grace of God, he didn't. They misled the court system, they misled the news, and they misled the newspaper. And they've been misleading everybody else because they got that audience, and now they want to sit up and try to keyboard clown somebody. But you got the right one, okay? Because sit down, class is in session. Has she loved her nephew the way she claimed that she did? When her nephew shot my cousin in the back, she would have told her nephew to turn himself in because you was wrong. You know that boy he ain't even about that life. You was wrong. He's a good dude. His family come from his parents is in church. You wrong. Go turn yourself in. That's not right. And he would have went to jail. And then months later, my other cousin couldn't have came back to send him to hell if the auntie loved him so much. If anybody in this family loved him so much. And they knew exactly what he was doing, how he did it, what happened, and everything else. Because when I wanted to put them people in the ring, the auntie called me and we spoke, okay? And we squashed it. And I ended up squashing it. But she had took it there, because people like to have them alligator mouths with them hummingbird behinds. See, but ain't nobody gonna get in the ring with you. They just don't talk like they want to. So she calls me. We talking. And she lets me know that they know everything that went on that night that their nephew shot my cousin and almost killed him. They did never once apologized. They never once came out with a statement. So we on the phone talking, and she say, well, we got justice from Malcolm. We got justice. And we did too. When Malcolm sent him to hell, we got justice for Kenya. And I told her that too. You better know that I did. If you know me, you know I did. Right? But ain't no winners, like I said. And then, it's just like people are so ignorant. You can't rock with ignorant folks. You just can't. You can't. If you invite a bunch of ignorant people to a positive event, it ain't gonna do you no good. You gotta just cut them folks out your life. And at the end of the day, she was a casket writer. She what I call a casket writer. They love you till the casket drop. And then the people, when the casket drop, they gonna ride that casket on for a couple of years because they got that sympathy. Everybody, y'all, poor victims. When the truth is, he wasn't no dang on victim. He lived by, he died by, he reaped what he sowed. So that was the whole truth. Now, stand on the truth. That's what I got to do. So it was just like, what? For the internet, people will tell lies and promote them lies and stick with those lies. Because this lady had been bashing my family ever since 2017. Because his family was so wicked and evil, and their family was so wicked and evil, it was sickening. They both families was. I'm in the middle. Because I'm standing for the truth and what's right. But, so his family wouldn't directly check this chick, but and that's what she should be going after. Because we didn't do it. Our cousin did, but he don't have the same last name. But you attacking me. When your nephew did shoot one of us, and y'all didn't apologize. Y'all ain't say nothing about it. Y'all act just like it didn't happen. And y'all knew everything from 6 a.m. to probably 6 a.m. because he probably was up all night doing drugs, all the wickedness that he done did, because he was heavy on them drugs. Because one thing I do know about killers, that stuff do weigh on them. They can run around here. I knew an assassin that was a silent assassin, right? But in the end, them demons was darker and deeper than what he could deal with. So he turned to drugs too, right? So, But they knew. But yet, because they had that public lie that they had been promoting since his death, they were steady riding with that fake lying false narrative of him being a petty drug dealer. And they knew his life was going to catch up with him. And that was a lie from the pits of hell. He was a menace to society that didn't have no regard for nobody's life. Not even his own. Okay? So that was the truth. So in the end, nobody's going to dim my light. Nobody's going to stop me from doing what God called me to do. And I believe that we should come together, all the family members that want to be happy, healed, and whole, and positive about our family being affected by gun violence. Okay? And my family was just affected by gun violence again at the end of the year. Okay? It was a double homicide. So I'm never justifying homicides, gun violence. I don't believe in that. I think you should be able to sit down and talk it out, or get in the ring and professionally box it out if you can't talk it out, and let it go after that. It should never come to somebody taking another person's life, because it's not that serious a lot of times. Sometimes it is a kill or be killed situation that's exceptional. Part 3.